Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Stoic. Today's lesson will be about how to not fear death and how this will change your life for the positive. We have some good lessons from Seneca, Aurelius and Epictetus. Enjoy.
Do not fear death. Seneca explains to us that we as humans are attracted by wealth, pleasures, good luck, political advancement, and various other welcoming aspects of life. We are, however, repelled by death, exertion, pain, and disgrace. Seneca states that we need to train ourselves not to crave for the former and not to be scared of the latter. Celebrate life. Don't waste it fearing death. By being exposed to the idea of mortality, we learn to cherish every moment. Just as a fruit is at its best just before the end of its season, we can enjoy each day whilst it's at its best. The lessons that are portrayed in Letters from a Stoic depict the original self-help book, a self-help book that has withstood centuries worth of histories. The teachings are the foundation for anyone trying to live their best life. Good, evil, and indifference. The most significant doctrine of Stoicism is the belief that virtue alone is good, vice alone is bad, and everything else is indifferent. This teaching falls under the understanding of the dichotomy of control, and ultimately the idea of pursuing a virtuous life. What is virtue? The Stoics defined good as what is complete according to nature for a rational being. Something that benefits the self is good. The highest good is said to be virtue, stating that everything we face in life is an opportunity to respond with virtue and therefore reach the highest good. By acting with virtue, everything good can follow. Happiness, success, meaning, and reputation. Virtue is how we live a happy and free life. Virtue is essential in reacting the right way, freeing ourselves from fear. By letting virtue guide us, only good can come from that. One that holds the virtuous mind is wise, courageous, and moderate. Virtue is split into four main types: wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Aurelius said that if at some point in your life you should come across anything better than justice, prudence, self-control, courage, then a mind satisfied that it has succeeded in enabling you to act rationally and satisfied to accept what's beyond its control. If you find anything better than that, embrace it without reservations. It must be an extraordinary thing indeed, and enjoy it to the full. What is vice? The Stoics divide vice into foolishness, injustice, cowardice, intemperance, and the rest. So anything that doesn't benefit the self is bad. This seems almost obvious to us, but problems arise when our virtues start to become our vices. The vice of pride, superiority, obnoxious self-satisfaction. Epictetus offers timeless advice on this particular issue, explaining to us that when you have accustomed your body to a frugal regime, don't put on airs about it. And if you only drink water, don't broadcast the fact all the time. And if you ever want to go in for endurance training, do it for yourself, and not for the world to see. We know that progress is obviously brilliant, and that self-improvement is an amazing achievement. However, these successes must be done for our sake, not for the need of approval. Therefore, you mustn't let your progress become pride. Adorn thyself with simplicity and with indifference toward the things which lie between virtue and vice. Aurelius here is trying to explain the delicate balance of DOC. He is aware that actions within his control, those actions can either be good or bad, virtue or vice. Without following proper measures, the judgments we make lead to undesirable actions. By not grounding our judgments, we become heir to becoming carried away with our emotions. Therefore, meaning we become out of control. Throughout our days, we encounter stimuli. We receive the impression of the situation, and then we apply our judgment. Indifference, therefore, comes in when we can neither decide whether the situation is good or bad, virtue or vice. What is defined as indifferent? The indifferents are described to be contrary to nature. This is because the possession of them usually promotes the natural condition of a person, and therefore selecting them is usually condemned by reason. These indifferents are life, health, pleasure, beauty, strength, wealth, good reputation or death, disease, pain, weakness, and poverty. The indifferent things are those that are external. Evaluating something as indifferent doesn't mean that you don't care about anything. It just means that you should accept whatever happens and try your best to view it as a good thing. Once you are able to become indifferent to something, the next possible step is to view it in a positive light. This is difficult, but entirely possible. In understanding this teaching, it's important to know that the Stoic regard virtue and the pursuit of a good life as the highest goal. We control these things. We control our judgments and our actions. Through understanding the dichotomy of control, we complete the first step in living a virtuous life.
Thank you for listening to Everyday Stoic. I hope you took something valuable from that lesson, and I hope you enjoyed it. So you don't miss future lessons like this, please subscribe and click that notification bell. For daily Stoic affirmations, memes, lessons and quotes, please follow us on Instagram at EveryDayStoic. And as always, have a blessed and Stoic week.